Welcome to the world united. Welcome to the world united.
And also you, Barbro, and you're actually also working with this, right? To helping and assisting people that have the fear of speaking. Isn't it so with your tools, your method? Yeah. So what is, can't you tell a little bit more? Because it's also something more than
Yes,
that comes with tapping.
Yeah, I was a public speaker for 25 years talking about stress and burnout, and I had my own fears. But I conquered that with what in Sweden is called mental training. It's a technique where you visualize and feel you are in that future situation. But it didn't help me totally. But I managed and I continued some more years, well, 25 years, quite a bit. Then I stopped because I was tired of traveling all over Sweden. And then I found the tapping. And tapping is really something that can liberate us from the fear of, like shining like this. So in my own, I have a new logo that is, it says Barbro Bronsberg, wise and magical. And in order to dare to show that logo, I had to tap a whole year, step by step, like you, Lotta, at my own pace. I was tapping, I was sweating, can I say that I'm wise? Well, I've been working with people since the 1970s and with myself. Okay. And magical, I am, because all of us have this magic inside us. So tapping is, I worked for 11 years with people, liberating them. It's from CEOs to teenagers that are afraid to talk in the classroom. And I have a technique that I truly hope someday I can help other people that want to create a better world to liberate themselves. So because there are so many wise and magical people needed now that dare to step up and say, I know this, I can share this knowledge. I want to start a company that helps with this. So I've been preparing now with 500 people. So I'm really good at liberating, but it's a self method. So I teach and they work at home. And in about 7 sessions, people are liberated from problems they have had for decades. So that was sort of a contribution to this. I was hoping to inspire people to tap and liberate themselves, because, as I said, we are truly needed now in the new paradigm, that we dare to, from our hearts, speak. And it could be about animals, like we have in this event today, the animal communicators, we have dancers, we have, like you, Lotta, fantastic, integrating sort of ordinary hospitals with yoga. That is amazing. So we all have a piece of this puzzle that will make the new world. So I chose tapping. And then it came to Kenya, and the team is, wow. The team is so liberating themselves with tapping and daring to introduced to other schools. We have women groups. So it's a really expansive project that needs us to be trusting from within. So, anything else you want to know about tapping?
It's just so beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Barbro, because we all find our unique ways and we share those ways. But it's very, I think it's a very important actually topic what we are sharing right now. And what you also were sharing, Lotta, in when you shared your wisdom is also the many different choices that you were served by life and make a choice that also needed to bring up this courage to take a step and to make a choice and to do that. And we meet so many peoples and sisters and brothers that are here now that also have this fear of actually showing themselves and stepping into like true power, like the soul, when the soul radiates and the soul mission and vision comes to be the warrior of truth, to be the carrier of this light. And that so many have those many soul experiences that is also within the cellular memories that are rising. I mean, this link into the fear consciousness is bodies in many different ways. And so it's so important that we help each other to really dare of showing themselves, stepping up and stepping into to share and spread. Because it's also in the unconscious that is really a lot of trauma that is been activated now. Yeah. How do you see on that? Yes, Barbro.
I also would like to add something, and that is that many so-called old souls or light workers have been persecuted and killed in other lives. When we have shown in sort of denser periods in our past, if we say that time exists. So when we step up and want to, people are asked to shine and do what they came to do, we have experiences of being killed, that our children are taken from us. We are excluded from the villages where we lived. We have been sacrificed, burned. So that can also be helped with tapping, since we are just one continuum. The soul is the same. So it's very important to be loving towards ourselves and think, I might be afraid for reasons that I don't remember. But the beauty of tapping is that you don't have to understand. You can just talk to the body. Where is my fear of public speaking or starting this company or doing this project for the world? Where is it? Where do I feel it? And then I can, it can be here. I can be holding back what I want to, and then I can tap, and I can focus, and I can focus, and we can get released that way. So we don't always have to understand all the horrors of the lives we have lived. So that was another sort of angle of what you were saying.
Oh, yeah, I'm totally resonating with that. And also how I see it, or my perspective, is also that a lot of those memories have actually been wiped out. So we cannot remember the actual story, but the trauma is still in the cellular memories. And also it's both for the masculine and the feminine. the souls. I mean, it's also about everyone that's protected the light, or whatever you can call it, that been persecuted or murdered, tortured, or not been able to protect or whatever, that these traumas is still playing out in this everyday life from the soul experience. Yeah, so that is what is rising now, as I see. If we look out in the world, that all of these the soul fragments of soul experience for eons of time are now coming up to be cleared in many different ways, where tapping is a very effective way, and there's other ways too. So it's just that you find your way that resonated, but it's so important to really been able to go beyond that. It not might even be for this incarnation or this lifetime. Yeah, so it's very interesting. How do you see on this, Lotta? Do you have what we're talking about now?
Well, I think also that it's very important that we go behind everything, and I think everybody will shall believe that I have diamond inside, and look at that diamond, so you can shine in yourself, and believe that's you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's very important that you have friends, family who supported you in the process, right people, so you can let your own diamond shine. So you can go your way, because your way is the right way for you.
And also sometimes you can feel very confused and not really finding or knowing your way, because we're brought up in certain ways, so all these false beliefs that is, around us, to really drop into the truth of the heart. Yeah. It's also important that we find, like connecting with the people that are resonating within the same love vibration, or like seeing the world in like the same kind of way.
Yeah.
How do you see? Yeah,
I couldn't make my way if I don't have family and friends with me who believe that it was my way. And they allowed me to grow. It's the best you can give other people around you.
Can I add something more? That is also important, that like I said in the video, we don't have to be perfect to do good. I mean, I have done a lot of things in my life being scared. And of course not being perfect, but I mean, we don't have to tap for a decade and then do things. We have to. We can do good things, and on the way we can tap fears or inferiority or frustration. But I think that's important. You don't have to be perfect to do good, and our imperfections could be an inspiration for other people. Like I was writing books and talking about burnout. Yeah, I hit the wall a few times, but that made me a better life coach, a better writer. So we don't have to. It was like Amelia said, we are okay as we are now, and we say, I am sufficient as I am. I think that is also important, even if I advocate tapping all the time.
But it's still beautiful, Barbara, your passion. What do you say, Linda?
Yeah, I can really resonate with what you speak about, all of you speak about. And also that it's in the cell memories. Sometimes it's just you go into freeze and you don't know why. So it's something, liberating. And as I feel it, the truth is really important. It's what takes us forward. It's light, the truth, sword of truth. For me, it's actually light. And yes, it takes a lot of courage to really speak the truth. But it's when it's it's need to be sharp. The sword needs to be sharp. And it takes a lot of courage. And I also, like so many of us have shared as previous speakers, that we have everything inside, and all the courage and all the tools and all the, can be tapping, or just the fire, the energy, and the soul's knowing why we are here. We are here to be warriors of light, to be warriors of truth, to really go forward. And yes, we need to be together. We need to be reminded of who we are, why we are here, and to not be scattered. And of course we be confused, but come down to our heart, to our divine presence, that we also have been speaking about today so beautifully. And we were also speaking about this fear, but when we are really in our heart, in our bodies, it's just in a vibration. It's not there really, because it's a consciousness, So yes, and I know in my journey I go, up and down in my consciousness, and sometimes I'm really looped into these loop, because it's programs and mind controls, and so. And I've been struggling a lot with my strong mind structure and the programs related to my feelings that are designed for me to stay small, to be silent, to be activate certain kinds of memories. So I will not speak my truth in this lifetime. And this lifetime is, like you said also, Barbara, time doesn't exist in that way. It's the same as now. So yeah, it's so much why we are here. It is to speak the truth, to have the sort of truth. And that's, in my journey, a huge challenge. And yeah. And also so liberating. The truth is so liberating. And also when, coming to the heart and really feel that I am light, I am divine, I am sovereign, then there is nothing more to hide. There's nothing to be ashamed about. There's nothing. And then the truth is just it's just melting, and it's just opening, and it's can become pretty easy when you dare to go there. So yeah, it's a very interesting conversation here, but it's so much. It's actually everything why I am here, to be in service and to be me. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
And also what you're saying, Barbara, about this, that we're not perfect, but who sets the etiquette on what's perfect? I mean, what does that come from? So what is perfection? I mean, it's a divine perfection in everything, and the divine intelligence. Yeah, so you can say I'm like, like perfect in my imperfection, or imperfect in my perfection. I don't know what's what, and it really doesn't matter, because when I can rest in that all is well, all is well, all the system is resting. And when I understand how, in my perspective, that's, everything is already here. I mean, everything is already here. For much of this, what we talk about first, the fear of maybe showing oneself, or the fear, or whatever it is, to continue walking. So much in this false belief that I'm not good enough, that, I'm not good enough. Yeah. And then I say, where do you find enough? I had, talked about that much and do a lot of meditation about this. So if someone, it comes is I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough speaker. I'm not good enough mother. I'm not good enough coach. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough, whatever, So, okay. So where do you search for enough? Where have you searched for enough? And where do you find enough? I mean, it's nowhere to find. Yes, because if we drop into this now moment as divine presence, we realize that there is nothing as that at all, because all is already here. We don't need to chase. We don't need, it's just saying, when this loops or thought, like stop. And that's also what I see the tapping is doing. It's like stopping the system from going further and making all these circuits in the body to stop and to relax, to get out of the contract, So if we just say stop, so what is actually present? What is actually vibrating in this moment? And if we can identify what is actually vibrating and can see it, that we detach from, it's so many that it says that attachment to the feelings, into memories and whatever. So if we detach and just allow ourselves to be the witness of what is actually present in the moment, and then we can, take the next breath, not even the next step. We can just take the next breath from that, and we realize that everything is already here. Everything is already here in this moment, and it's available for everyone. It is here. It's available and accessible. And there is nothing like, I'm not good enough. There's nothing that is enough. There's even not even existing. That's like a false belief, because everything is here. And I also want to say something more. I'm going to talk about that. Don't search for enough. I mean, you are all, like you said, Lotta, the diamond, and you, Barbie, the radiating of the heart. So what is enough? And where do we search for enough? And what do we want to find that is enough? When everyone here is so much more. And, we're not even, if we can also detach from this, taking everything so personal, then we realize that what is here is love. What is here is love. And what is here is already unity. If we just stop, merge into the moment, it's already here. Yeah, so that's what we can feed ourselves with. Is another mantra, I find it kind of, where can I find enough? Yeah, to just think about what we do and how we see it. But I think we have do we have some time left, Linda? I actually have another question for you, Barbara. I don't know if I missed it or if you talked about it, because I also know that you have this project of girls and women that about carrying the trauma to be
circumcised.
Yes. Yeah. Do you want to share a bit about that? Because I think it's very important in this moment of the world.
There are sort of two parts. One is a school with young girls that have run away from early marriage, before they were married, or when they were married, before circumcision, or after. That is an English team supporting their economically, but our instructors are teaching the girls and the teachers. So when I spoke about one girl that was not committing suicide, it was from that school, and the excellent tapping instructor was. We work on very small means. It's on the cell phone talking, or people don't even have money for internet. So, but he was supporting her every day, teaching her the tapping, and she was pregnant, and that was the problem, sort of. And after just a short time, she said, "I will stay. I will not kill myself." And so there was both a baby and a mother. So that is one project. And then there came a group of women approaching the tapping team instructors on their own, or was it an invitation? I don't remember now. But we have a group with the women that are circumcised. And it is a big trauma for the body and for every part of the woman. So they have female tappers and a man supporting. It's very important that men show support, that it's not okay. So they are meeting on a regular basis, and they will expand too, because we have expanded so much in Kenya. That is thanks to good results. Neighbors are talking, sisters are talking, people hear, and so they come asking for help. Please teach us. So we even went into, we just say the team, I am only working in Sweden like this, into Tanzania. And there was a group of young men that had sort of criminal background, and they understood the tapping as a way of healing their traumas. Because I don't know if you're familiar with Gabor Mate. He's huge in spreading knowledge about trauma. And through his knowledge, they have found that about 85–90% of people in prisons are traumatized in several generations. Yeah. And it's so beautiful, the work they are doing, that people, they don't use tapping. I wish I could reach them so they can use it, but just seeing videos with all these young men in prison and old men, understanding, like, it's not my fault. I did what I did, yes, but I am traumatized. And so, yeah, we are hoping to expand into prisons too, with the tapping. So
this is so beautiful, so beautiful, and thank you for sharing. And also it's like in every level, every little part, we come together, and we, the truth rises, and we come into our soul and body, and we can really start to see truth, start to get the fog away, and to take self-responsibility and love, and cut all heal what's need to be healed. It's so beautiful. It's like I see it as here, these little, clusters or domains or groups, when everyone come together, work in that beautiful way. It's coming into unity and sharing and spreading this love. Beautiful, beautiful work, Barbara. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's really, it's so inspiring with each and everyone that's been here sharing their life journey, their work, their passion, their love, the truth. I'm so honored of being here. So I think it's time, isn't it, Linda, to close this session, and so we also will go over to the closing ceremony. So I would really want to open a little space for just some closing sharing and what we want to share here and now. Do you want to start, Lotta, for this day? This is like the last session for the day before we go into the closing ceremony.
Wow. I just want to say thank you for this day. It was fantastic to listen to all of you, and I haven't listened to all, so I hope I can do that later on. But yeah, I'm honored to be here today and share everything. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Lotta, with your beautiful service, divine service, and beautiful being that you are. And Barbara, what do you want to share?
Yes. I think this is a wonderful work. All the global transformation festivals that we are part of, that the goal is each country will have their own festival, and then it goes down to smaller and smaller unities, region, and thinking that there are so many wonderful people having their pieces of the puzzle and adding it, and unknown sisters and brothers all over. And I'm thinking, well, hopefully in Kenya they could have a global transformation festival too. Yes, so I feel part of. Oh yes, one more thing that I loved about this concept that is from the World United. It's that big, I hope, meditation on the 21st of December, when in Sweden the light comes back, and the goal is 100 million people meditating at the same day. So I was planning anyway to do a meditation online with my friends. So I will add my network, and I don't care if we are 8 to 10 or if I can reach 100, but I was planning anyway that day. So that is also something beautiful with this sort of movement, that we can during this autumn start gathering and thinking, how can we do one big manifestation so we can affect the consciousness of all of us on the planet. Okay, that's from me.
Thank you, Barbara. Linda?
Yes. Wow. I feel so touched, and I feel filled and like something wants to, birth. And it has been a very beautiful and amazing day, with the weaving and the uniqueness and the whole full spectrum. That's I really feel the unity in this, the whole spectrum of vibrations and uniquenesses. So I'm really happy and honored to have been a part of this day and the rippling effects out in the whole universe, as I feel. So I really just say thank you for everybody who have been here today, participating. I mean, if you have been watching or participating here as a speaker, it's the same. So we are the same still. And so just, I just feel a huge thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Linda. And I also agree. I feel very honored and grateful, and also very joy-filled. It's a huge celebration, and I also sense or aware that it's actually manifesting now. This is in this moment. It has already been manifested by just being here together. And as you say, Lynn, it doesn't matter if you're a speaker or watcher, the live or the replay, because everything is in this moment. And at this huge quantum field, it is manifested now. So we don't need to wait for another date or so, but we continue this beautiful work, and we continue just being and radiating and being the divine mirrors. And as we are merging in this divine presence, it is instantly manifesting because it's in this field of source, the source field. So thank you so much. And thank you so much, Lotta and Barbro and Amelia and Berit, for co-creating this last session in our track for this day. I just feel the beauty, rippling out like gold and glitter. And also to be a part of the whole, so it becomes full and complete. I really feel that now we are all coming into the closing ceremony. We go into completion, and that is beautiful. So I also want to thank everyone that is now with us here during this live or replay, and thank you for being here, and thank you for you are you. As we are all one, we come together in one passion, one compassion, one truth, as divine presence, as these divine mirrors of the love that is shared, spread, and manifested in this moment. So really, thank you so much. And I want to thank Dr. Yugandhar and Thor and Amrita for really making this happen. It's an honor of being here. So thank you. And also to invite everyone to go into the track 1, because the closing ceremony are in track 1. And also please share in the comments or chat or whatever, just your love, your light, your presence here. Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you, Linda. It's been an honor and pleasure and just so much fun co-creating this space with you and with everyone.
Thank you so much, Camilla, for this beautiful space. Wow.
Thank you for being wonderful moderators.
Thank you.
Okay, leaving now.
Yeah, now we're leaving. Thank you.
Leaving.
Thank you.